Welcome to the 10-acre woods, and welcome to spring. Well, we still got a bunch of snow around us. Something we've done in the last week, if you've been checking out the live stream, that is courtesy of this tower right here. So that was installed this week, and it's up to our speed. So what we'd like to do with that is, you can see the guide wires up there. There's 4 anchor points, and there's 5 guide wires per anchor point going up. It is 45 feet off the ground, that dish, and the dish is sitting on the roof that's 30 feet off the ground. So we'd like to get Christmas lights. We've got a whole bunch of LED Christmas lights. I'd like to get them up on that hill, or up on that house, so that we can have essentially a 45-foot Christmas tree towering over. But it's a little hard. It looks like we would need some kind of boom to get up there. There was a family out last year from Battlefield Cat Rentals, and they came out. They actually, the whole family went and subscribed to this channel and put us over the 1,000 subscriber mark. And I remember him saying, if you ever need any equipment rentals, let me know and I can get you a good deal. So if you're watching out there, give me a call, and maybe we can hook something up and this Christmas have a huge landmark in Enola that you should be able to see from miles. So the kids are expecting, and we should see something going on this week, I'm expecting. And next week, we will announce, hopefully, the kids have arrived. So we'll go in there and check them out. And this week, also, we are giving away either a goat yoga tee or a pass for goat yoga this year. And all you have to do there is go to our Facebook page. The link's down in the description. And click on that, go in and put a time that you think the goats are going to have their young, and we've recorded everything, and what we'll do is the person who's closest we'll send them either a ticket or a tee. Some people on the other side of the world might not benefit from a ticket, so we'll get the t-shirt. So the other thing is, you want to comment, you want to share, and you want to like that post, and then you're in for it. Fernando, how's it going, buddy? Are you keeping everybody in line? Yeah, we've got visitors today. It's what we call Open Farm Day, and here is Patches. So she is doing pretty good. It looks like she's dropped slightly. The way you can tell is there's spine running down here. They'll have a hollow point in here, and when the baby drops, you'll clearly see a hollow in that area. They're very agitated and scratchy, trying to scratch wherever they can. Snow is in the corner back there. I think that's her favorite place. So what I've got set up is the old camera, which is here. I went and I picked up a higher resolution camera and mounted that there. There's a microphone up here, there's the light here, and I installed the GoPro, which is going to give us some footage for hopefully next weekend's video when they have their kids. Hey, what is it? No, you silly girl, you're gonna have some babies. So people have been asking on the live stream, they've been asking a bunch of questions. One of them is, how many goats or kids are we expecting. So, Patch is here. Patch is here. What do you want? Her and Blackie, they usually have triplets. And Snow, she usually has twins. So, it'll be interesting to see. Patches looks fairly bulky on the sides, and Blackie looks really bulky, so she looks like she could tip over at any time. And then we have our Sarama roosters. So we call them the mini gods because they're named after gods. So if you don't know, Sarama chickens are the smallest breed of chickens that you can get. And they're just cute. So we plan on getting some hens. The woman we got these off of has a couple batches that are a couple hens that are sitting on a couple batches of chicks. So maybe get a few girls in. Okay, what is it? There's a snow goose?
Yeah, it's a white goose.
No, well, let's...
It was flying around us up there.
Oh, and it landed?
I don't know if it landed or not.
Okay.
2 wild geese landed in there.
Anna, is she supposed to be in there?
Who?
The baby goat?
No.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
We had a Canadian goose. Oh,
Snow goose.
a snow goose. Oh, look at this. Tiana said this goose was coming in and flying around. We had another Canadian goose that came in and landed. But this one seems to be, I guess this one had landed and now it is gone. All right. Well, we did have another one that came through.
Canada goose.
And, yeah. So we had another one that came in. So there were 3 of them in here. So we were kind of wondering if it was one from last year or the year before, or a couple years ago, I should say. But it was very friendly and came in and wanted to check these guys out. Oh, Barry's getting his lettuce, getting his treat.
There's 2 wild geese in there.
There's 2 wild geese where? Oh, there. Oh, look at that.
Well, there was 4.
There were 4 of them, and then these 2.
One was pure white.
Ah.
I was white with baby.
Huh.
Snow goose.
Well, the geese are coming back. That's the sign of spring.
They're coming at 3 o'clock today. Nice, very nice family. Been here a few times. And they said they're ready. We'll take them.
So Daisy's kind of snows too?
Yeah. And I'm
both of them.
Oh.
Oh.
A little bit of excitement going on there.
What did I miss?
Yeah, so Carly, which is the black one,
Telson.
and Daisy, which is the white one.
Oh, Lambert, I meant to say.
Those 2 are going around 3 o'clock, you said, Tara? They're going to their new home.
Good home.
Yeah, so we always check to see when we're adopting, we always make sure that they're going to a good home. And we just don't need, what's that, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls and 2 boys. So thin the herd a little bit, make sure they go to good homes, and they'll quite enjoy it over there. There's a lot of people out in this area that are wanting to start, moving to the country and getting animals. This area here, we have been pumping out. You can see a hose over here. So I picked up a pump. This was actually filled like right up. So we've been pumping this out to try to keep it dry. We have an Easter event happening this weekend. So we want to make sure it's as dry as possible. And so that you don't need your rubber boots walking around in the muck. So last weekend, if you recall, I was pointing out this little house in here and where Judy's hanging out, but I actually didn't find Judy. So this is Judy here, Judy Hops, and she is a Flemish giant that came in, it's probably about a month ago now. So she's out enjoying the greens, the treats. And this is where she's been hanging out. So she was just she burrowed into here. The snow's kind of melted off there now. but we find that it's better if they're outside. There's no boys around that are going to impregnate her, so she's safe to just hang around, and better than being locked up in a cage. How's Turbo doing today? So I had an interesting, well, it wasn't a very long conversation. It was a comment that somebody had posted about sheep, and she said, I knew it was going to go wrong from the get-go. Now their tails, whoops, their tails are short and they're cropped off. And the farmers will crop them by putting an elastic band around. And she had commented about, I hope you don't chop their tails off. So I knew it was going to go wrong from there. No, we don't chop their tails off. They get cropped off, and it's more for their benefit. What can happen with woolly sheep as opposed to haired sheep? It is recommended that the tail gets cropped off, because what happens is a longer tail that dangles down covers their little bum, and when they poop, they get clumps, and then they can actually get infections, and they can get worms and maggots that get in there. So it's recommended for woolly type sheep to get their tails cropped. Are you all full, Barry? Are you all full? Hey, just relaxing? Oh, silly boy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gone.
Is that an apple? So I'm going to take my apple and I'm out of here. Hi, Petey. Are you enjoying the treats? Are you?
I'm like, they're not doing anything.
Oh, yeah. Where's Piper? What's Piper doing? She took an apple in here. There she is. Piper. Woody, oh, look at that apple. Oh, the crunch. Mmm. So the girls actually go and they bring in all these treats for the animals. They come out and visit most weekends. And I'm sure that these animals love it. So somebody in the comments had asked us about, do a video on rabbits, which we don't often get a lot of rabbits in. We have Judy out there, and we have these little puffy guys here. These are lionhead rabbits. So care for them is, I guess the most important thing is keeping their environment clean. We found over the years, by having them in our outdoor pens. When we started off with rabbits, we built all these neat little cages with a screened-in bottom in a section of it, because you want to make sure that they're not living on a screened area, because it can damage their feet. We put in these little trays, and they wouldn't always go to the bathroom in that area. They would go in a corner, and it would tend to get really messy. So you really have to make sure, if you are planning on getting rabbits, that you maintain their area and you clean it once a day. So, a lot of kids that get rabbits from their parents, Easter is right around the corner here. It is a big time for, cute little rabbits. That's their spotlight. But you want to make sure that the child that's going to get the rabbit is going to take care of it. And of course, yeah, they'll say, oh, I'll do anything. I just want a little bunny. But then when it comes down to it, the parents find out that no, that's not happening. And that's when the rabbits actually come in here. Because, they didn't realize that it's a big tie down, that they have to be maintained regularly. These guys here, actually, this one is the mom. This one and a male were bought by a family. And if you watch a couple videos back, I showed how to tell if they're boys or girls. Well, a lot of pet stores and adoption clinics don't know how to do it. So what had happened was they got a boy, they got a girl, right? And of course they had young. So, what, you want to go down? So it's very important to make sure that you know what you're getting into. Learn how to go back and watch that video, tell how to sex a rabbit, and give it a shot. Come on, ya, Carl. You guys getting your treats? Well, I see you got some squash. Apparently Carl was quite enjoying himself with the squash. It looks like he's got, I don't know, grain or something. Oh, buddy, yeah, I know. You're so friendly. Look at this. You got all kinds of greens and broccoli and everything. Okay, so that bird that flew around, we've still got the 2 geese that are out by the pond, but that one, apparently it was a snow goose. It was all white. It was like a Canadian goose, but all white. I hadn't seen one of those before, so that was pretty interesting. Oh, and Billy. Yeah, whenever you come in this pen, you're going to get lots of love from Carl. He loves, I think what he's doing is he's rubbing his scent on me. So that he owns me. If you're wondering what this is here, it's not me pondering life and wearing a spot in my chin. I think I actually clipped it with a razor when I was shaving, so I noticed it yesterday. All right, so let's go, and we've got some visitors coming. So apparently they're from the University of Manitoba or University of Winnipeg, not sure which one. So they should be arriving in a few minutes to do a little bit of filming themselves.
A little bit of background action.
That was the exact
There's nothing
picture
like
I
that
saw
sound.
in my head.
Really?
Right there where they're like, mwah,
And
mwah, mwah.
you just do that slow.
Yeah.
Hi, you okay?
Hello.
Hi, Mel.
I'm just filming you.
I'm
Mark.
filming your pics.
Hi, Amanda. Crystal.
Hi. So you guys are from the U of M?
U of W.
U of W?
Yeah.
Okay, and how come pigs?
Yeah, she got some sauce.
We had to dispose of bottles.
Oh, well, that's one way to do it.
It's the best way, according to the internet. Yeah.
So what are you taking in university then?
I'm doing a degree in film.
Oh, okay, so filming. Okay, I
This is
get
my
it.
second film of the semester.
So those 3 are from the University of Winnipeg, and when she said about the dead body, it's a good way to dispose of it, kind of threw me for a loop there on what she was, as a joke, haha. But they're actually doing a film on pigs, and I guess the whole film is based around there's a body and they have to dispose of it, so they come out to a farm and they feed the body to the pigs. So it's an interesting topic. So next weekend, or next video, we'll be, well, hopefully, as I mentioned, having some kid goats. So that'll be exciting. So watch the live feed. I'll put the description, or the link in the description for the live feed. It does change sometimes because it's such a long feed, and YouTube tends to, I guess, archive the older stuff. So it'll be in there. So next weekend is our Easter event. So we've been putting on our Easter event here for quite a few years now. And usually we get anywhere from 200 to 300 people that show up. We have an Easter egg hunt. We have a couple fundraisers going on. One is Willow's Wishes, which is a young girl that wanted to raise some money for the homeless. So she's going to be coming out and selling her wishes. So they're little glass stones with decals in them, all different kind of patterns, and a magnet on the back. So those are available, as well as there's a fundraiser. We're going to be opening up the food vendor, so hot dogs and chips and drinks and such. And that is going to a feline rescue. So there's a couple ladies that come out regularly. You may have seen them, I think, last video or the video before that. They come out every weekend and they do feeding for the animals. So they give them treats. So they're going to be doing that fundraiser there, raising money for stray cats. And I think that's about it. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And we'll see those kid goats next week. Don't forget to watch the live stream. Take care. Bye-bye.